Find your center now with this gentle reminder. Right effort flows naturally, not through force but alignment. Let go of striving and meet yourself here, in this moment. We begin with a simple 60-second breath anchor to ground you deeply. Share with us below, what time is it where you are? Where are you sitting? And one thought you're holding right now. Your presence connects us all. Let's begin with a gentle breath anchor. Close your eyes for just a moment. Feel the gentle rise and fall of your chest. That simple movement, happening right now, is your unshakable anchor. It is always here, always available, never demanding anything of you. This is the bedrock of mindful awareness. It is not about controlling your breath, forcing it deeper or slower. It is simply noticing its natural rhythm, the quiet pulse of life within you, as it is. When you settle into this awareness, you're not trying to be somewhere else. You are already home. Think of your breath as the steady ground beneath your feet. When the mind wanders, as it naturally will, like a bird flitting from branch to branch, you don't chase it or scold yourself. You gently return, as you would guide a friend back to a path, to the simple sensation of air entering and leaving your nostrils, or the rise and fall of your belly. This is the essence of right effort, not straining, but patiently, kindly, returning. It is the gentle practice of coming back, over and over, without judgment. You are not fighting your thoughts. You are simply choosing to rest in the anchor of the breath. Consider this practical moment you can practice right now. Before you reach for your phone, that familiar pull to check messages or scroll, pause. Take just 30 seconds. Feel the space between your thoughts. Notice the natural flow of your breath. Feel the air cool as it enters your nose, warm as it leaves. In that small space, you are not reacting to the world. You are simply being present. This tiny pause, this conscious return to your breath, transforms the mundane into a moment of clarity. It is the training ground for the mind, showing you that presence is always available, right here, right now. To see this in action, imagine a single leaf floating down a quiet stream. It does not struggle against the water, it simply moves with its current, carried effortlessly. It is not resisting the stream, nor forcing itself to go faster. It is simply being the leaf, moving in harmony with the flow. Your breath is like that leaf. When you stop forcing it, when you simply notice its natural movement, you are not resisting the present moment. You are moving with it, effortlessly. This is the wisdom of mindful awareness. Effort dissolves when we stop fighting what is. So, take this moment. Feel your breath. Notice its natural rhythm, without any need to change it. Feel the calm that arises when you stop trying to be anywhere but here. This is the foundation. This simple practice, repeated in the ordinary moments of your day, builds the strength of your awareness. It trains your mind to recognize the present not as something to escape, but as the very ground of your being. This breath awareness reveals how effort can be effortless when we stop fighting the present moment. It shows us that the deepest strength is found not in striving, but in returning gently and continuously to the simple, unshakable truth of the breath. Imagine thoughts as clouds drifting across the open sky. You do not chase them, nor do you try to hold them back. They simply appear, move through the vast space of your awareness, and fade away. This is the gentle art of observing without effort, the very ground of training attention. It begins not with forcing the mind to stay still, but with recognizing how we naturally get caught in the chase. When a thought arises, we follow it like a dog after a squirrel, or we push it away with sharp judgment, tightening our whole being. This struggle is the root of tension. Right effort is not about wrestling with the mind. It is about resting in the natural rhythm of awareness, as we have begun to discover with the breath. The practice of gentle noting offers a simple anchor. When you notice your mind has wandered to a worry about tomorrow, a memory of yesterday, a feeling of frustration, simply name it softly in your mind. Not as an accusation, but as a quiet observation, thinking, feeling, remembering. This gentle labeling, like a soft touch on a bird's wing, does not pull you deeper into the thought. It simply acknowledges its presence and allows you to return with the same softness to your anchor, the breath, the sound of rain, the feeling of your feet on the ground. There is no need to fight the distraction. The very act of noticing it is already a return to presence. Forcing your focus tightens the muscles of the mind, creating a barrier between you and the present moment. Effort without strain is the key. It is not about the intensity of your focus, but the quality of your attention, warm, open, and free from resistance, like the gentle warmth of your own attention. Consider the old Zen story of the monk who came to a master asking for guidance. The master poured tea into his cup until it overflowed. The monk, startled, said, "It is full, master." The master replied, "Like this cup, your mind is full of your own pouring. Stop pouring, and the tea will be clear." Forcing attention is like trying to fill a cup that is already overflowing. It creates spillage, tension, and confusion. True training is learning to stop pouring, to let the mind settle into its natural clarity, as still as water in a deep pool. So, in your next ordinary moment, try this as you wash the dishes. Notice when your mind drifts to a work email. Gently note thinking and return to the feel of the warm water, the sound of the soap suds. When a feeling of impatience arises, Say feeling and breathe into the sensation, not against it. You may find yourself doing this 100 times, yet each time is a small victory. Not a victory over the thought, but a victory in remembering your true nature, aware, spacious, and at ease. The mind does not need to be controlled. It simply needs to be met with kindness, as you would meet a friend who has wandered off. As we learn to observe without judgment, we naturally begin to cultivate wholesome thoughts. The space created by gentle noting allows clarity to arise, unobstructed. This is the quiet power of training attention gently, the foundation upon which all right effort rests. It is not a grand achievement, but the simple, profound choice to be present, exactly as you are in this very breath. Imagine the gentle rhythm of your breath, the steady anchor established in the previous moments. Now, as you move through your day, notice the natural flow of thoughts, how they drift like leaves on a stream. This wandering isn't a problem to fix. It is simply the mind being mind. When you catch yourself lost in planning, worrying, or replaying the past, recognize it not as a failure, but as valuable data. Your awareness has returned, showing you where your attention has wandered. This is the first step of right effort, seeing clearly without judgment. The practice deepens with a simple, gentle pause. When you notice your mind has wandered, before you react, before you scold yourself or jump into the thought stream, take just 3 seconds. Breathe in softly, then out slowly. Feel the space between the distraction and your response. This tiny pause is not about stopping thoughts. It is about creating space to choose how to meet them. It is the difference between being swept away by a current and standing calmly on the riverbank. In those 3 seconds, you are training your mind to be less reactive and more present. You are not forcing calm. You are allowing it to arise through the simple act of noticing. Each time you gently return to the present, noticing the wandering without struggle, you are building mental stamina. It is like strengthening a muscle through small, consistent movements. The more you practice this noticing, whether you're washing dishes, walking to the mailbox, or listening to a conversation, the more naturally your attention settles. You learn that thoughts come and go, and your awareness remains steady. This isn't about having fewer thoughts. It's about changing your relationship with them. You see the thought, acknowledge it as a passing event, and return to your anchor, the breath, the sound of birds, the feeling of your feet on the ground. This consistent return, this gentle reorientation, is the very foundation of right effort. It is the quiet strength that allows you to meet life with clarity, not chaos. Reflect now on a small moment from today. Perhaps you were mid-task and found your mind drifting to a concern. Notice how you felt in that instant. Did you feel frustration, or could you simply observe the shift? No need to judge that moment. Simply remember the 3 seconds. Feel the soft breath that created that space. This is your training ground. It is not about being perfect in the moment, but about returning again and again with kindness. Each return is a step toward a mind that is steady, clear, and ready to meet the next moment with presence. This awareness, this gentle noticing of the wandering mind, is the bedrock. It is the quiet practice that builds the strength to intentionally nurture wholesome thoughts, thoughts of kindness, patience, and clarity when they arise. The stamina developed through simply watching thoughts pass, without getting caught, is what allows us to actively cultivate the good. It is the foundation upon which all mindful action rests. This awareness prepares us to intentionally nurture wholesome thoughts in daily life. As dawn softens the sky, consider this simple yet profound practice for your day. Before the busyness of the world claims your mind, take 3 quiet moments to plant seeds within yourself. Speak gently to your heart. I plant kindness for the person who cuts me off in traffic. I plant patience for the delay that frustrates me. I plant clarity for the decision that feels heavy. These are not grand gestures, but daily offerings to your own awareness. They are the seeds of wholesome thought sown in the fertile ground of your morning intention. This practice is not about adding more to your mind, but clearing space for what truly serves you. Now, notice how often your inner voice whispers criticism when things don't go as planned. Instead of the old habit of, "I can't do this," try a gentle shift. This is a moment to practice. When the coffee spills, this is a moment to practice patience. When a difficult email arrives, this is a moment to practice clarity. When frustration rises, this is a moment to practice kindness towards yourself. This small reframing is not denial, it is a conscious turning towards the Dharma within the moment. It transforms a moment of potential reactivity into an opportunity for presence. The power lies not in the event itself, but in the choice of thought that meets it. Observe the quiet transformation that happens when we consistently choose this path. It is not a sudden leap, but the slow unfurling of a leaf. Each time you plant kindness in the morning, each time you meet frustration with, "This is a moment to practice," you are gently rewiring your mental habit. You are building a new neural pathway, not through force, but through the quiet, persistent act of attention. The negative self-talk that once felt like a storm begins to feel like rain passing through a window, present but not defining. The mind, trained through this gentle cultivation, becomes more spacious, more resilient, more aligned with the natural flow of things. This is how profound transformation arises, not from dramatic action, but from the accumulated weight of countless small, intentional moments of choice. Reflect on your own ordinary moments today. Notice the automatic thought that arises when you face a minor challenge. See it clearly, without judgment, just as you did when observing thoughts during dishwashing. Then, with the same calm awareness, gently invite the seed. This is a moment to practice. Feel the subtle shift in your body, the softening of the shoulders, the quieting of the inner critic. This is not about achieving perfection. It is about recognizing the practice inherent in every single moment, however small it seems. The transformation is in the noticing, the choosing, the returning to the seed of wholesome thought again and again. This daily cultivation of kindness, patience, and clarity through the simple act of planting seeds and reframing moments is the very essence of training the mind. It is the quiet, persistent work of turning the soil of our habitual patterns so that wholesome thoughts may naturally grow. With wholesome thoughts cultivated, we naturally apply right effort to daily tasks. As we continue our journey of cultivating wholesome thoughts, we step beyond noticing the mind's wanderings and into the active practice of shaping our daily reality through mindful engagement. This is the essence of right effort, not as striving, but as a gentle, conscious unfolding. It begins not with grand gestures, but with the quiet choice to meet the ordinary moment with full presence. When we wash the dishes, for instance, we are not merely moving plates and sponges, we become the water flowing over ceramic, the rhythm of our hands, the sound of clean porcelain. We notice the coolness of the water, the subtle shift in the dish's weight, the quiet focus required. There is no need to chase thoughts away. Instead, we simply return to the sensation of the task itself, again and again. This is how mundane action transforms into meditation. The heart of this practice lies in the simple, yet profound question we can ask ourselves during any task. Is this action aligned with my deepest values? Does it foster kindness within myself or others? Or does it feed distraction or reactivity? When washing dishes, this might mean noticing the impulse to rush and consciously choosing to slow down, to honor the small act of cleaning as care for the vessel that holds our food. It is not about perfection, but about intention. We ask not to judge ourselves for the mind's natural tendency to drift, but to gently notice where we are, and then, without force, to return to the task with awareness. This gentle return is the very training of the mind. It is not about forcing attention, but about cultivating a natural, effortless awareness that becomes as natural as breathing. Over time, this mindful attention to the dishwashing, the sweeping, the walking, flows without strain. The effort dissolves into the action itself, becoming as automatic as a river finding its course, no longer something we do, but simply what we are doing. This is the shift from effort to effortless presence. When we truly engage with the task at hand, the friction of resistance fades. We are not battling the mind. We are simply being fully here, with the water, the soap, the dish. The value check becomes a quiet compass, guiding our energy toward what truly matters, not by adding more to our burden, but by releasing the unnecessary tension of distraction. We discover that the very act of cleaning the dishes, done with this awareness, is not separate from our spiritual practice. It is the practice. It is the soil where wholesome thoughts like patience and care take root, not through intellectual effort, but through the quiet, persistent cultivation of attention in the ordinary. So, as you next wash a dish, sweep a floor, or even prepare a cup of tea, try this simple experiment. Feel the water's temperature. Notice the sound of the brush on the surface. When the mind wanders to the past or future, gently, without judgment, return to the sensation of the task. Ask softly, does this moment align with what I hold dear? Feel the difference when you're no longer fighting the present, but simply being present. This mindful approach to routine work naturally extends to our communication. Consider the space between your thoughts and your words. In the quiet pause before speaking, a simple question arises. Is this true? Necessary and kind. This momentary stillness, this mindful breath, is where the transformation begins. It is not about silence, but about conscious choice. We often speak from habit, reaction, or the unconscious current of our emotions, words that may wound, scatter, or create unnecessary tension. Mindful speech practice invites us to step out of that current, to observe the natural effect of our words on the minds of others. Do they bring clarity or confusion, calm or agitation, connection or distance? This observation is not judgment, it is gentle awareness, a deepening of our understanding of the interconnected web of communication. Imagine a teacher in a small garden, sunlight dappling through leaves. A student approaches, voice tight with frustration, complaining about a classmate. The teacher listens fully, then pauses, not with indifference, but with the space of presence. They choose words carefully. I hear you feel upset. Perhaps we could talk to them together, focusing on what we both need. The student's shoulders relax, the sharp edge of anger softening. The teacher's words didn't force a solution. They offered a different path, a kinder space for the student's own mind to settle. This is the quiet power of mindful speech. It doesn't control others, but it transforms the energy of the interaction itself. It meets the moment not with the old reflex of blame or defensiveness, but with the intention to nurture understanding. This practice is not about perfection, but about returning again and again to that pause. It means noticing when words rush out in frustration or gossip, and gently choosing a different response. It might mean simply saying, I need a moment to think about that, instead of reacting immediately. It means listening deeply before speaking, hearing not just the words but the unspoken need beneath them. In the busyness of daily life, this might look like pausing before replying to a tense email, or choosing to offer encouragement instead of a quick criticism in a meeting. Each time we consciously choose words that are true, necessary, and kind, we are planting a seed of peace within ourselves and within the world we share. We are training the mind to respond from wisdom, not from the habitual currents of fear or desire. Reflect on your own moments of speech today. Did you speak without pause? What was the effect? Did you notice the subtle shift in a conversation when someone chose their words carefully? The practice is not to stop speaking, but to make speaking a mindful act, a gentle offering. It is right effort, not as striving, but as mindful awareness in the very fabric of our communication. This is how the cultivation of wholesome thoughts, begun in the quiet of daily micro-practices and deepened through mindful engagement in ordinary tasks, blossoms into the most profound interaction, the conscious choice to speak with kindness and clarity. As we learn to speak with presence, we discover that true effort flows effortlessly, without attachment to any particular outcome, revealing how our interactions transform when rooted in mindful awareness. In the quiet space between breaths, we notice a thought arise like a cloud passing through clear sky. It might be sharp, hot, or heavy with judgment. Here is the essential teaching. This thought is not reality. It is a passing current in the river of mind, not the river itself. When anger flares, we do not need to believe it or fight it. We simply recognize it as a thought, not a fact. This simple distinction creates immediate relief. We step back from the storm and see it as weather, not the landscape. The soft gaze technique invites us to observe such thoughts without fueling them. Imagine standing calmly in a kitchen, chopping vegetables, when frustration bubbles up about a misunderstanding. Instead of tightening into the anger, we soften our focus. We notice the heat in the chest, the sharpness in the mind, but we do not chase the story behind it or feed the feeling with more anger. We observe it with the gentle curiosity of a gardener watching a weed grow, without pulling it out or letting it choke the plants. This soft gaze is not detachment, it is deep, non-reactive presence. It is the space where the thought loses its power to control us. This brings us to the third key point. Labeling thoughts reduces their power. When we softly name the thought, this is anger, or this is worry, we create a small but vital separation. The thought was a wave. Naming it is like naming the wave, not becoming the wave. The mind recognizes the pattern, the familiar shape of the unwholesome state, and the grip loosens. We see it clearly for what it is, a temporary condition, not our true nature. This naming is not about judgment. It is about clear seeing. It is the gentle act of saying this is a thought to the storm inside, allowing the storm to pass without us being swept away. We do not need to push the thought away or pull it closer. We simply let it be seen. In this space of clear observation, the energy of resistance dissolves. The clenched fist of anger begins to open because we are not fighting the feeling anymore. We are simply aware of it. This is the heart of working with unwholesome states, not to eliminate them, but to stop fueling them with our resistance. We see the thought, we label it with kindness, we hold it with a soft gaze, and in that holding, we find freedom. It is not about becoming empty or perfect. It is about recognizing the nature of the mind itself, impermanent, changing, and inherently clear beneath the surface conditions. As you move through your day, notice the next time a difficult thought arises. Before you react, before you follow the story, pause. Take one soft breath. Observe the feeling in your body. Gently name it, this is anger, or this is fear. Do not analyze it. Do not judge it. Simply see it as a thought. Feel how the tightness in your chest begins to soften as you release the need to struggle with it. This small act of observation is not effort. It is the natural unfolding of awareness when we stop fighting what is already here. It is the quiet shift from being lost in the thought to being the clear space within which the thought appears. In this observation, we create a vast space where we can simply be, without the exhausting effort of trying to change what is. This is the foundation. This observation creates space to apply non-striving in challenging moments. When we stop struggling with the thought, we find the natural stillness beneath it. The space we create through this gentle observation is where true wisdom and compassionate action can arise, unhindered by the noise of resistance. Imagine sitting quietly as a wave of discomfort arises within you, perhaps a tightness in your chest, a restless energy, or a wave of frustration. Instead of immediately reaching for distraction or pushing it away, this practice invites you to simply sit with it, not to fix it, not to judge it, but to allow its presence as a natural part of your experience. You might feel a slight tremor in your hands or a quickened breath. Notice these sensations without labeling them as danger. They are simply data points, like the temperature of the air or the texture of your seat, not signals of threat. The mind, conditioned to flee from discomfort, may scream for escape. Yet here, we gently turn toward the sensation itself. We ask, not, how can I make this stop? But what is this feeling teaching me right now? This is the heart of sitting with discomfort. It is not passive endurance. It is active, gentle attention. When we stop fighting the sensation of discomfort, we begin to see clearly where our effort is misdirected. That tightness in your shoulders, It might reveal a habit of holding tension when you feel overwhelmed, that restless energy. It could show where you're clinging to a need for things to be different. Discomfort is not your enemy. It is a clear signal pointing to where your mind is caught. It reveals the very spot where right effort is needed. In Zen tradition, there is a story of a monk who sat by a rushing river, his feet cold from the icy water. He felt the discomfort intensely, but did not struggle against it. He simply noticed the cold, the flow of the water, the rhythm of his breath. He didn't try to warm his feet by force, nor did he ignore the sensation. He allowed it, observed it, and found that the discomfort did not diminish through resistance but through acceptance. He sat with the cold until it became part of his awareness, not his burden. This is the practice. It is not about changing the feeling, but changing your relationship to it. Now, as you sit in your own space, gently bring your awareness to any physical sensation that arises. Feel the weight of your body on the chair, the gentle rise and fall of your breath. If tension appears, notice it like a passing cloud. Do not chase it away or pull it closer. Simply say to yourself, "This is how it is right now." There is no need to fix it. It is simply data. Notice where your mind might try to escape, perhaps by jumping to a thought, a distraction, or a judgment. When that happens, gently return to the sensation itself. Feel the coolness in your palms, the slight pressure in your feet. These sensations are not warnings. They are invitations to see your mind more clearly. They show you the exact point where you are holding on, where you are resisting what is. This is not weakness, it is profound wisdom. By sitting with discomfort without escape, you are training your mind to be spacious, not reactive. You are learning that you do not need to control every feeling to be okay. The discomfort remains, but your relationship to it shifts. You are no longer the prisoner of the sensation. You are the calm observer. This practice, this simple act of allowing, is the very ground of right effort. It is effort without strain, action without attachment to the outcome. And so, as you continue to sit with whatever arises, you begin to notice something profound. The relentless need to push away discomfort, to force things to be as you wish, starts to soften. You realize that the effort to control the feeling was the very source of your suffering. This practice naturally leads to letting go of outcomes we cling to. It is not a sudden release, but a gentle unfolding, like a flower opening to the sun, where the only thing you need to do is be present with what is. We've been learning to observe thoughts without resistance, to see discomfort as data, not danger. Now we turn our attention to the subtle but powerful grip we often hold, the attachment to outcomes. We act, yet we cling to how things must turn out. This clinging creates unseen tension, a quiet suffering that clouds our effort. True effort, the Dharma teaches, is not about forcing a particular result, but about being fully present with the action itself. The path is the walking, not the arrival. Imagine a monk preparing to cross a swift river. He knows the current is strong, yet he doesn't fixate on reaching the other side perfectly or even arriving at all. Instead, he focuses entirely on each step, each placement of his foot, the balance needed in the moment. He doesn't think, if I slip, I will fail. He simply walks, releasing the outcome before he begins. This is the outcome release ritual. Before acting, mentally release the need for a specific result. It's not about giving up. It's about freeing yourself from the burden of expectation. Mentally say, I act, and whatever comes, I receive with openness. This gentle release dissolves the tightness that comes from wanting things to be a certain way. Observing how this attachment creates suffering reveals a profound truth. When we cling to an outcome, we create a small inner world of fear or hope. If the result isn't as desired, we feel disappointment, frustration, or even anger. If it is, we feel a temporary high that quickly fades, leaving us seeking the next outcome. This cycle keeps us trapped in a state of constant wanting, never fully present. The suffering isn't in the event itself, but in our resistance to what is happening right now. Letting go of the outcome isn't passive. It's an active choice to step out of that cycle of suffering. Effort then becomes clear. It is not the striving to achieve a distant goal, but the simple, focused energy we bring to the present action. It is the calm attention in the brushing of teeth, the steady breath in the walk, the full presence in the conversation. This effort is light, natural, flowing. It has no weight because it is not tied to a specific future. It is the path itself. The moment we release the need for the result, effort transforms. It becomes effortless effort, like water flowing downhill, without strain or resistance. There is no pushing, only flowing with what is. This practice invites a deep shift. Instead of seeing the task as a means to an end, we see it as the end itself, the sacred ground of our practice. The work of meditation, of daily life, becomes its own reward, its own completion. We discover that true strength lies not in controlling the future, but in being fully present with the present moment, with the action unfolding now. Before you begin your next task, try this simple ritual. Pause. Mentally release the need for a specific outcome. Let go of the worry about how it will turn out. Now, with that release, bring your full attention to the action itself. Feel the weight of the object in your hands, the rhythm of your breath, the simple act of doing. Notice how effort shifts, how it becomes lighter, more natural. more aligned with the flow of life itself. This is the wisdom of releasing outcomes. It allows effort to be the path, not the burden. With outcomes released, we discover effort without strain in meditation. As you settle into this moment, notice the quiet space left by the release of Chapter 3. You have let go of the burden of controlling feelings and outcomes. Now, the practice naturally deepens into a state where meditation is not something you do, but simply who you are. This is the heart of Zazen for mental clarity, moving beyond technique into the natural flow of being. The essence of this practice is called just sitting. It means sitting without a goal, without trying to achieve a particular state. There is no technique to master, no thought to chase or silence. You simply sit, allowing the posture to hold you with quiet strength. The physical alignment is not about force, but about natural stability. Imagine a tree rooted deep in the earth. Its branches reach freely because the roots are settled. Similarly, when your spine is neither slumped nor rigid, but gently tall and grounded, the mind finds its own balance. This posture isn't something you fight to maintain. It arises from the simple act of sitting with presence. You don't strain to be still. You discover stillness as the natural result of being fully here. In this space, clarity does not come from trying to create it. It arises when the effort to make something happen ceases. Think of a mountain lake on a still morning. The water is clear not because it is trying to be clear, but because there is no wind disturbing its surface. When you stop pushing, stop grasping for a clear mind, the mind's natural transparency reveals itself. The thoughts that once seemed like noise soften into background sounds, and the space between thoughts becomes a clear, open awareness. This is not a state you reach. It is the mind recognizing its own inherent stillness when effort is released. Consider your own posture right now. Are you holding tension in your shoulders, trying to sit perfectly? Notice the subtle effort to control your breathing or thoughts. Now, gently soften that. Let your body find its natural balance without adjustment. Feel the support beneath you, the air around you. As you release the need to fix anything, notice how the mind becomes lighter, the thoughts less insistent. Clarity isn't something added. It is the space that opens when you stop trying to fill it. This is the simplicity of true effort, not striving, but being fully present with what is right here, right now. You are not becoming clear. You are remembering that you already are. As you sit with this understanding, let go of the idea that you must do meditation. Instead, rest in the knowing that you are already complete in this moment. The posture supports you, the breath flows naturally, and the mind settles into its own clear nature without any force. This is the natural state of being that Zazen reveals. It is not about achieving a special experience, but about seeing the ordinary world with fresh eyes. Seeing the rain on the leaves, the sound of a distant bird, all with the same clear awareness. This clarity reveals the principle of effort without strain. It shows that true strength is found not in pushing, but in resting deeply in the present moment. You're not trying to be still. You are simply being still. And in that being, the mind becomes a clear mountain lake reflecting the sky. Imagine you've been carrying a heavy load for a long time, and now someone gently suggests you might be holding it too tightly. This is the heart of effort without strain. True effort isn't about pushing harder or forcing the mind into stillness. It is the paradox of doing without doing, the deep release where strength flows naturally from a mind that is no longer clenched. We often mistake tension for effort, yet the very act of straining creates the very obstacle we seek to overcome. Effort without strain means engaging fully with this moment, not by wrestling with it, but by relaxing into its simple reality. Notice how your body responds when you try too hard. In sitting practice, you might feel the shoulders rising towards the ears, the jaw tightening, or the breath becoming shallow and hurried. Mentally, there's a sense of pressure, a pushing against the present, as if you must make the thoughts stop or the stillness appear. This is the strain we must gently notice. It is not about avoiding effort. It is about recognizing when effort has become a form of resistance, a subtle war with what is. True effort is simply meeting the present moment as it is, without adding the extra weight of judgment or demand. Consider walking meditation. As you step, feel the soles of your feet touch the ground. Now, bring gentle awareness to your shoulders. Notice if they are lifted, perhaps held in place by the mental urgency of reaching the end of the path. Soften them, allowing them to drop naturally, as if released from an invisible rope. Let your arms swing loosely, like branches in a light breeze. You are walking, yet there is no effort to walk. You're moving, yet there is no pushing to move faster. The movement becomes part of the ground, the air, the simple act of being here. This is effort without strain made visible. It is not passive, it is fully present, fully engaged, yet utterly relaxed. Reflect on your own moments of strain today. Was it in the way you held your breath while waiting for the email to load? Did you feel a knot in your neck while planning the next task? These small tensions are the signals. They show us where we are still trying to control the river instead of flowing with it. When you notice that tension, take one slow breath, soften the shoulders, relax the jaw, let the mind settle without needing to fix anything. This is not laziness. It is the profound clarity that arises when the mind is no longer divided by the effort to be somewhere else. The mind finds its own stillness, not by forcing it, but by releasing the need to force it. This principle extends beyond the cushion and the path. It is the way of the gardener who tends the soil without demanding the flower bloom now. It is the way of the teacher who speaks without needing the student to understand instantly. Effort without strain is the natural state of mind that arises when we stop fighting the current of life and simply allow our presence to be the current. As you step into your day, carry this quiet understanding with you. Notice where you hold tight and gently let go. This is how meditation transforms from a technique into the very fabric of your being. The unspoken rhythm of a life lived with ease and deep attention. The next step is to see this effortless presence not just in stillness, but in the very flow of your everyday actions. Imagine the subtle weight you carry when you sit to meditate, the quiet expectation that this time, the mind will finally settle into perfect peace. You watch thoughts like clouds passing, hoping for the stillness to arrive, to feel good, to be different from the restless moments before. This gentle striving, this inner demand for a particular feeling, is the very thing that keeps the water churning. It is not the thought itself that disturbs, but the effort to make the thought stop. The effort to feel calm instead of resting as you are. When you release the should, the belief that meditation must feel serene, you begin to discover the mind's natural state, already quiet beneath the surface. There is no need to chase calm. Calm is simply the water when you stop stirring it. Consider the monk who sat by the pond, watching the surface disturbed by wind. He tried to still the water with his hand, pushing down the ripples. But the more he pushed, the more the surface trembled. Then he sat quietly, without any effort to change the water, and simply rested in the awareness of the pond. The wind continued, the ripples rose and fell, but as he stopped resisting, he saw the water's own clarity returning, the movement flowing without his interference. The stillness was never absent, it was obscured only by his own striving. Meditation is not about creating a perfect calm, but about recognizing the calm that is already here when you stop demanding it. This shift from I'm meditating to I am meditating is profound. When you say I'm meditating, you create a separate task, a performance to get right. But when you simply am meditating, there is no actor apart from the act. You are not trying to achieve stillness. You are stillness. Resting in the present moment as it is. There is no me struggling against my thoughts. The effort to control dissolves into a quiet, natural presence. You notice the breath, the sounds, the sensations, not as things to manage, but as the unfolding of awareness itself in this space. The mind's inherent stillness flows through you, not as a feeling to be grasped, but as the ground of your being. The deeper stillness arises not from forcing calm, but from releasing the need to be calm at all. So take this moment to gently notice your own practice. When you sit, what is the subtle expectation you hold? Is there a quiet demand for a smooth experience? Can you simply rest with the breath, the body, the sounds around you, without waiting for the calm to arrive? Let the mind be as it is. Thoughts, sensations, sounds without the added layer of this should be different. Feel the ease that comes when you stop pushing. The stillness you seek is not a destination. It is the space you occupy when you stop moving away from where you already are. This quiet acceptance, this release of striving, is not passive. It is the most active form of presence. It is the deep wellspring from which true compassion naturally flows. For when you rest without resistance in your own experience, you see others with the same unburdened clarity. The effort that once felt like strain now becomes a gentle, open-hearted engagement with life as it unfolds. This non-striving is the very foundation of compassion, for it reveals that all beings, like the water in the pond, are already whole and still beneath the surface of their own movement. Imagine a river flowing over smooth stones, moving without needing to arrive somewhere. It simply is. Now, consider your own actions: brushing your teeth, writing a letter, serving a cup of tea. Often, we begin these tasks already holding tightly to how they should turn out. We picture the perfect result, the praise, the absence of mistakes. And this picture becomes a weight we carry before we even start. This is the subtle grip we must release. Before you act, take a single breath. Mentally release the outcome into the air, like letting a leaf drift away on the current. Say to yourself, not with force, but with gentle clarity, I will do this thing, and whatever happens is already happening. This is the simple ritual of outcome release. Observe how this attachment to results creates suffering. When you wait for a specific outcome, you are already in a state of wanting, of hoping, of fearing the opposite. You tense up. Your shoulders rise. Your breath shortens. Your mind races ahead to possible failures. You are not fully present with the water in the sink, the brush in your hand, the words on the page. You are already in the future, judging the present moment as inadequate. Suffering arises not from the action itself, but from the grip on what might be. It is the tightness of the fist that causes pain, not the hand itself. The moment you release the outcome, the tension dissolves. You are free to be fully here, with the water, the brush, the words. This is not passivity, it is active presence without resistance. Consider the Zen tea ceremony. A master prepares tea for a guest. His hands move with deep care, but his mind is not on the guest's approval or the perfect temperature of the brew. He is simply present with the hot water, the swirling leaves, the warmth of the bowl. He pours without measuring the result. The steam rises. The bowl feels warm, and the tea is served. There is no thought of this must be perfect, only the quiet engagement of the moment. The outcome, the guest's satisfaction, arrives naturally, without demand. The effort was in the pouring, not in the waiting for the cup to be praised. This is effort as the path, not the destination. The path is the act itself, the moment of being fully here, and the destination is simply the next moment, naturally unfolding. So, in your own day, notice when you're holding the result. When you send an email, are you already imagining the reply? When you speak, are you rehearsing the response? Feel the subtle tightness. Then, before you act, take that single breath. Release the picture of how it should be. Let it go, like a breath released. Now, act. Notice the difference. The water is cooler. The brush glides smoother. The words feel clearer. The effort feels lighter, warmer, because it is no longer burdened by the need for a specific result. You are simply doing the thing, without the weight of what it must become. With outcomes released, we discover effort without attachment. The path is clear, the movement is natural, and the effort itself becomes the quiet, steady flow of the river. It is not about doing less, but about being fully present with what is, without the need to control the shape of the water. This is the freedom of release. Imagine you're tending a garden. You plant seeds, water the soil, and watch the shoots emerge. You do this work with care, yet without demanding that the flowers bloom exactly as you envision them. You simply tend the garden, knowing the plants will grow in their own time and way. This is the heart of effort without attachment. It is not about stopping action, but releasing the subtle grip of ownership over the action itself. You act, yet you do not clutch the result. You move, yet you do not cling to the image of yourself moving. This gentle shift transforms effort from a heavy burden into a light, flowing expression of being. We often mistake effort for struggle. We tighten our shoulders as we work, believing that only through force can we achieve what we seek. We become performers of effort, crafting a show of diligence to prove our worth. We watch ourselves doing, measuring every step against an imagined standard. This is the subtle trap we must notice. When your effort feels like a performance, when you're more concerned with how you appear to others or to yourself than with the simple act of doing, then attachment has taken root. It is not the action that binds you, but the story you tell about the action. The gardener does not worry about looking like a good gardener. They simply water the seedlings, feeling the earth beneath their hands, breathing with the rhythm of the work. This is the paradox we hold, to act fully without being bound by the act. Effort without attachment means you can lift a heavy stone because you're present with the weight, not because you're anxious about the stone being lifted. It means speaking clearly in a meeting because you are listening deeply to the conversation, not because you're rehearsing your words in your head. The practice becomes sustainable because it is not fueled by exhaustion from striving. It flows from a place of spaciousness within, where action arises naturally from the present moment, not from a desperate need to make something happen. There is no strain because there is no demand for a particular outcome. The work itself becomes the resting place. So next time you find yourself working hard, pause. Feel the tension in your hands or your mind. Ask gently, am I doing this? Or am I performing the doing? Notice when your effort turns inward, becoming a tight knot of worry about success or failure. Breathe. Release the need to control the outcome. The work will be done, and it will be done well, not because you fought for it, but because you let it be done through you. This is the freedom that comes from releasing effort itself. It is not laziness. It is a deep trust in the natural unfolding of things. You act, yet you're not the actor. You move, yet you are not moving. You simply are. And in that being, everything happens. This freedom allows us to balance action and stillness. Imagine the quiet moment after you have finished a task, your hands resting gently on your lap. You feel a deep sense of completion, yet there is no tightness, no clinging to the result. This is the natural space where effort and rest flow together without resistance. It is not about forcing yourself to rest or pushing harder. It is about recognizing the inherent rhythm within the practice itself. The subtle grip we often hold on effort, trying to be productive all the time, to always be on, creates a hidden tension. This tension is the very thing that leads to burnout, not the action itself. True balance reveals that effort and stillness are not opposites, but the natural yin and yang of a clear mind. Consider the gardener tending a single, perfect flower. They water the soil with care, yet they do not stand motionless, waiting for the flower to bloom. They observe the earth, the light, the weather, and act only when the moment calls for it. When the sun is strong, they might pause to rest in the shade. Watching the leaves move, they do not force growth, nor do they abandon the garden. Their work is full and present, yet spacious and unburdened. They know that the flower grows in its own time, guided by natural forces, not by their frantic will. This is the balance we seek, not the absence of action, but the absence of strain in action. In your own practice, this balance appears not in grand gestures, but in the small, ordinary moments. Notice when you find yourself pushing through fatigue, perhaps while studying, working, or even meditating. Feel the subtle tightening in your shoulders, the racing mind that says more, faster. Pause, breathe, Observe the natural rhythm within. The body needs rest. The mind needs quiet. The task itself may not require urgency. Simply noticing this without judgment is the beginning of balance. It is not laziness, it is wisdom. It is understanding that your energy is a river, not a dam. Forcing it to flow in one direction creates a dam, leading to overflow and collapse. Allowing it to flow with the natural contours of your being creates a deep, sustainable current. This is the heart of releasing the grip on effort itself. When you act with full presence, but without the hidden demand for a specific outcome, you move through life with ease. You work with the energy available in this moment. And when rest is needed, you rest without guilt. You do not need to constantly measure your effort or compare it to others. You simply are present with what is. The practice of balance is not something you achieve. It is the natural state that emerges when you stop fighting against the flow. You stop adding weight to the weight. You stop adding effort to the effort. You simply act, and you simply rest as the moment guides. This balance becomes evident in simple, mindful moments. Begin by placing your hands gently on your bowl or plate. Feel the warmth of the cup in your palms, the smoothness of the spoon against your skin. This simple gesture is the doorway. In the previous chapter, we spoke of effort without clinging, of action flowing like a clear stream. Now, let us see how that spacious awareness meets the ordinary moment of eating. True mindfulness here is not about adding something new, but about releasing the habit of rushing. When we eat without haste, without the mind already leaping to the next task, the act itself becomes a gentle meditation. Take your first bite. Pause. Notice the sound the food makes as you chew, perhaps the soft crunch of a carrot, the gentle yielding of a ripe peach. Feel the texture in your mouth, the way it changes as you move your tongue. Is it cool and crisp, or warm and yielding? Now, bring your full attention to the taste. Not just the flavor, but the subtle layers unfolding, sweetness, earthiness, a hint of salt. Taste the nourishment before you swallow. Feel the natural rhythm of chewing, the pause between bites, the quiet space where the mind is not chasing the next thought. This is the five senses check: taste, texture, sound, all noticed without judgment, without the need to label it good or bad, simply being present with the experience. See how this changes everything. When we stop rushing, eating ceases to be merely fueling the body. It becomes a moment of deep connection. You feel the physical nourishment as warmth spreading through your body, but you also feel a quiet nourishment for the mind. The constant chatter of worry or planning softens. The mind becomes still, not empty, but clear and aware. You are no longer just consuming food. You are receiving it with gratitude, understanding that this simple meal is a gift that sustains both your body and your mind. The food becomes medicine for the whole being. Try this now, even for one bite. Before you take it, pause. Feel the weight of the spoon. Notice the light on the food. Take that first bite slowly. Feel the texture. Taste the flavor. Listen to the quiet sound of your own chewing. Let the mind rest in this single point of awareness. You may find your thoughts wander. That's natural. Gently return to the taste, the texture, the sound. No need to force it. Just notice and return. This is the gentle training of the mind, observing without attachment, meeting the present moment fully. This mindful awareness is not confined to the table. It is the same quality of attention that can be brought to the rustle of leaves, the feel of water on your skin, the sound of a voice. It is the natural expression of that effortless presence we spoke of earlier, where effort and stillness are not separate. As you eat with this mindful attention, you are not just practicing for the meal, you are training your entire being to be fully present in every moment. This mindful awareness extends to all sensory experiences. Imagine the gentle hum of rain on a window pane, or the quiet murmur of a friend speaking about their day. Often, our minds are already preparing a reply, rehearsing a solution, or silently judging the words before they fully land. This is the subtle effort of separation, pulling us away from the simple act of hearing. True mindful listening begins with releasing that habit. It is the quiet practice of hearing without preparing a response, of allowing the sound, the meaning, and the emotion of the words to simply be, without our mind rushing to fill the space. It is the deep listening that happens when we let go of the need to be heard first, to fix, to agree, or to disagree. This is the heart of the full presence technique. In that space of pure hearing, without the noise of our own internal commentary, something shifts. We stop seeing the speaker as a problem to solve or a person to judge. We simply hear them, and in that hearing, the tension that often builds in conversation begins to soften. Conflict rarely arises from the words themselves, but from the judgments we layer upon them, the assumptions we make before we truly listen. When we listen without judgment, we create a safe space where the other person feels truly seen, not just heard. This transforms the very nature of the relationship. It moves us from a place of potential conflict, where each person is defending their position, into a space of connection, where understanding can naturally blossom. A simple example might be a partner sharing frustration about work. Our first instinct might be to offer advice, to say, "I know how you feel," or to gently correct their perspective. But when we pause and instead simply hear the frustration, the worry, the underlying need for support without immediately offering a fix. Something profound happens. The partner often feels relieved, understood, and then may share more openly. The problem isn't magically solved, but the relationship deepens. The connection becomes stronger because the effort was not in changing the other, but in being fully present for them. This is the gentle power of mindful listening. It requires no special time, no special place. It happens in the next ordinary conversation. The next time someone speaks to you, it begins with a single breath, a conscious choice to let go of the need to respond immediately. Notice the impulse to prepare your answer. Feel the urge to judge the tone or the content. Then, gently, return to the sound of their voice, the rhythm of their words, the space between them. Breathe. Be present. This is not passive silence. It is active, compassionate presence. It is the right effort of being fully here, now, with the sound of another human being. It is effort without strain, presence without pressure. It is the quiet strength found in simply listening well. As you practice this, you may notice how your own reactions change. You may find yourself responding with more kindness, more clarity, because you're truly hearing, not just waiting to speak. The conflict that might have arisen from misunderstanding dissolves in the clarity of pure attention. Relationships become less about navigating battles and more about sharing a simple, shared moment of understanding. This simple shift in how we listen reveals the profound truth that right effort is not found in grand gestures, but in the quiet, consistent practice of being fully present in the ordinary moments. This listening skill reveals effort in simple moments. As we move through the day, carrying the quiet understanding of mindful listening, we discover that presence extends beyond sound into the very fabric of our physical actions. Right effort in this context is not about striving or pushing. It is the gentle, unwavering attention we bring to one simple thing, right here, right now. It is the release of the constant mental chatter that pulls us toward the next task, the next thought, the next worry. Instead, we simply place our full awareness on the single movement of the hand, the single sensation of the moment. This is not a grand achievement, but a soft return, moment by moment, to the reality of what we are doing. Consider the ordinary act of brushing your teeth. Often, the mind is already halfway to the shower, rehearsing the day's plans or replaying a conversation. But what if, for these minutes, you truly brushed your teeth? Feel the soft bristles against your gums. Notice the coolness of the toothpaste. Hear the quiet sound of the brush on enamel. Feel the weight of the brush in your hand, the gentle pressure as you move it, the water flowing over your tongue, the taste of mint. There is no need to hurry, no need to rush toward the next thing. The entire practice is contained within this single, focused act, You're not brushing teeth to get to the next thing. You are brushing teeth, fully and completely, right now. This is the essence of the one thing focus. It is not about doing more, but about being fully here with what is already happening. Similarly, walking to the mailbox is not merely a trip to collect mail. It is a chance to be present with the earth beneath your feet, the rhythm of your steps, the air on your skin. Feel the lift and fall of each foot, the slight shift of weight. Notice the leaves rustling or the quiet hum of the street. See the color of the sky, the shape of a cloud. Do not walk to the mailbox with the mind already inside, planning how to sort the letters. Walk to the mailbox with your whole being present in the walking. This simple shift transforms the journey into a practice. The effort is not in the speed or the destination, but in the quality of attention given to the movement itself. The mailbox is simply the end point. The real practice is the step-by-step journey of attention. This is how simplicity reveals right effort. When we stop trying to make the moment significant and instead offer our full attention to the ordinary, we find the profound within the plain. The effort is not strenuous. It is the quiet, steady light of awareness. It requires no special tools or extra time, only the willingness to be present with what is already here. You might try this now, with your next small task, filling a cup of water, opening a door, or simply sitting for a few breaths. Notice how the mind naturally wanders and gently guide it back, not with force, but with a warm, persistent kindness. The effort is in the returning, not in the absence of wandering. This is the training of the mind, softly, steadily, one simple moment at a time. In these quiet moments of full attention, we begin to see that the separation between the ordinary and the sacred dissolves. The act of brushing teeth, the walk to the mailbox, the holding of a cup, all become expressions of mindful presence. This simplicity, this unwavering attention to the single task, is where the deepest understanding grows. It is not a distant goal, but the very ground we walk on, the very breath we take. And when we practice this way, the ordinary moments become portals, leading us gently toward the profound questions that koans hold. In the quiet space of ordinary presence we cultivated in the previous chapter, where washing dishes or walking became sacred through gentle attention, we now turn to a deeper layer of practice. This is not about adding more effort to the present moment, but about questioning the very nature of effort itself. Right effort, as taught in the Dharma, is not about striving harder or pushing toward a distant goal. It is the effortless clarity that arises when the mind releases its habitual grip on outcomes. This is where the koan enters not as a puzzle to be solved, but as a mirror reflecting the effort that seeks to solve it. Consider the famous koan, "What is the sound of one hand clapping?" We often approach it with a mind racing to find an answer, straining to understand the impossible. We ask ourselves how hard we should try to hear that sound, how long we must concentrate until the answer appears. This is the conceptual effort we must gently dissolve. The koan does not seek an intellectual solution. It is a tool to shatter the illusion that understanding can be grasped through thought alone. It points directly to the moment of seeking itself, revealing that the effort to find the sound is the very barrier preventing the sound from being heard. True insight here comes not from trying harder, but from resting in the question without needing to resolve it. The sound of one hand clapping is not something to be found. It is the sound of the mind's own seeking dissolving into stillness. This is the profound shift. When you find yourself tightening your focus, perhaps while sitting in meditation or even while listening to a friend, noticing the subtle urge to control the outcome, the koan offers a gentle release. Instead of asking how hard you should try to understand the koan, ask simply, what is this effort I'm making right now? Feel the subtle tension in your shoulders, the mental pushing. Now, without judgment, soften that tension. Let the question hang in the air, unanswered. In that space of not knowing, without the pressure to arrive somewhere, the effort itself transforms. It becomes the very ground of awareness, not a tool to be wielded. The sound of one hand clapping is not a sound at all. It is the silence that remains when the seeking mind rests. This practice is not about achieving a state. It is about recognizing that the seeking mind is the obstacle. In the mundane act of breathing, or in the simple task of noticing the color of the sky, the same question arises: do I need to try harder to be present? The koan teaches that the answer is always to stop trying to be present and simply be. The effort to be mindful becomes the very thing that blocks mindfulness. So, when you notice the mind preparing to judge, to plan, or to solve the koan, gently return to the breath, to the sensation of your feet on the floor, to the question itself held without an answer. This is not passive, it is a deep, unwavering presence that requires no force, only the willingness to let go of the need to get anywhere. This questioning, this quiet release of the effort to understand, is the path to Satori. It is the moment when the mind, weary from chasing answers, finally rests in the direct experience of what is. The koan does not lead to a thought, it leads to the end of thought about the koan. And in that ending, the ordinary world reveals itself as the sacred ground of awakening, not through harder effort, but through the profound ease of effort without goal. This is the insight that dissolves the very notion of striving. In the quiet space between breaths, as you wash the same dish for the 10th time, notice how the seeking dissolves. You do not chase clarity, you simply hold the water, the soap, the curve of the bowl. This is the ground where Satori arises, not as a prize, but as the natural unfolding of attention fully present. The moment of sudden clarity, that soft shift where the mind releases its grip, is not something you summon. It is the space that opens when effort stops trying to be something. You are not seeking the aha moment. You are simply here, washing the dish. And suddenly the boundary between the dish and the water, between you and the act, melts away. It is not a grand revelation shouted from the mountains, but the quiet hum of awareness, recognizing itself in the ordinary. This is the paradox of right effort. The more you strive to be present, the more you create a wall between yourself and presence. True mindfulness flows effortlessly when the seeking mind falls silent. It is like watching clouds move across the sky without trying to hold them still. When you stop pushing for the insight finds you. The aha moment is not a victory you achieve. It is the moment effort dissolves into pure awareness. You were never apart from the clarity. You were only blocking it with the very act of searching. Satori confirms this truth. It shows you that right effort is not a task you perform, but the natural state of mind when it is not forced. It is the ease of a river flowing, not the tension of a hand gripping a stone. Reflect on your own ordinary moments. When did you suddenly understand something without trying? Perhaps while walking, noticing the way light falls on leaves, or when listening to a friend, feeling a deep connection without words. In that instant, you were not trying to see, you were simply seeing. The insight arose because the effort to see had ceased. This is the confirmation we seek, that the mind, when trained not by force but by gentle return to the present, naturally reveals its own clarity. It is not about doing more, it is about being more fully what you already are. The training is not in pushing harder, but in relaxing the grip of the seeker. When the mind is not divided between what it is and what it wants to be, it rests in its true nature. This is the natural rhythm of right effort. So notice the next time you feel the urge to push for understanding, to make the insight happen. Pause. Breathe. Return to the simple act before you. Your breath, the sound of rain, the warmth of your hands. Do not seek the clarity. Let it arise from the stillness of your attention. In that gentle return, without any demand for a result, the mind becomes clear. The Satori moment is not a destination reached. It is the recognition that the path was always this clear, this simple, this naturally present. It is the quiet confirmation that the effort was never needed. These moments reveal how training mind like bamboo is possible. Imagine the wind rising through the bamboo grove. The wind pushes hard against the stalks, yet the bamboo bends, swaying with the force, never snapping. It does not resist the wind's pressure. It simply yields, flowing with it, and returns to its upright form once the wind passes. This is not weakness, but a profound strength born of flexibility. In the same way, the mind trained in right effort does not strain against life's pressures. It does not grip tightly to a fixed idea of how things should be. Instead, it learns to bend without breaking, to respond with natural ease when circumstances shift unexpectedly. True effort here is not about pushing harder, but about loosening the grip of resistance itself. The wind comes, the bamboo bends, and the path remains open. This is the essence of the no-effort strength the Zen masters speak of. It is not passive surrender. It is the active, natural response of a mind that has ceased fighting its own nature. When you stop trying to force presence, presence simply is. When you stop seeking a specific outcome, the mind rests in its own clear, unobstructed awareness. This is how clarity arises, like sunlight finding its way through the swaying leaves of the bamboo, not by demanding the leaves stand still, but by simply being present within the movement. Now, consider a moment when you feel the ground shift beneath you. A sudden interruption, a sharp word, the cup slipping from your hand. In that instant, the old habit might be to tighten, to react with tension, to feel the world is breaking you. But the bamboo mind does not do this. It feels the shift, the pressure, and then responds without breaking. It is not that the mind is empty or numb. It is fully aware, yet unshaken. You feel the cup slip. Your breath catches, but instead of the tightness of panic, there is a quiet space. You see the spill. You feel the moment of disruption, and you simply meet it with the same calm flow as the bamboo meeting the wind. You do not need to try to stay calm. You simply allow the awareness to be there, without adding another layer of struggle to the situation. The spill happens. The mind meets it with the same natural resilience, and the moment passes without the mind being shattered by it. This is the practical training, not avoiding the wind, but learning to sway within it, not seeking to be unshakable, but discovering that being unshakable is simply the natural state of a mind that has stopped resisting. The bamboo does not think, "I must bend." It simply bends, because that is its nature. So too, the trained mind does not think, "I must remain calm." It simply remains calm, because resistance has dissolved and the mind is free to respond as the situation truly is. This effortless response, this natural resilience in the face of life's inevitable shifts, is the very ground from which compassionate effort grows. It is not the effort to be kind, but the natural expression of a mind that has learned to be fully present, fully flexible, and fully at ease within the flow of things. This natural strength becomes the foundation for compassionate effort. The bamboo forest breathes in the quiet morning light, its slender stems bending with the wind yet never breaking. This effortless resilience, the natural flow we discovered in Chapter 7, now becomes the soil where compassionate action takes root. true right effort in compassion begins not with grand gestures toward others, but with a gentle, unwavering kindness directed first toward ourselves. It is the meta practice of recognizing our own suffering and extending warmth to our own heart, not as an afterthought, but as the essential foundation. Without this self-kindness, compassion to others can become a strained performance, a duty that drains rather than nourishes. Consider the old Zen story of the monk who carried a woman across a muddy river. She was a stranger, and the path was difficult. He carried her with ease, his shoulders steady, his mind clear. When his companion, troubled by the act, questioned him later, the monk simply replied, "This was a river to cross, not a burden to carry." The monk's action required effort, steady footing, mindful presence, but it was not effort that strained. It was the natural unfolding of care within the moment, without the weight of should or must. Compassion like this requires no forced tension. It flows from a mind that is already at ease, knowing its own well-being. It is the effort of a hand reaching out to a fallen leaf, not the effort of holding it down. Yet we must also observe carefully. Compassion becomes a burden when it turns inward as self-blame for not doing enough, or outward as an obligation that leaves us exhausted. It is the moment we say, "I must fix this," while feeling depleted, or when helping others becomes a way to avoid our own pain. Notice the subtle shift, a tightening in the chest, a sense of "I have to," rather than the quiet ease of "I can." This is the point to pause, to breathe, to return to the simple kindness we offer ourselves. Ask gently, is this care flowing freely, or is it a weight I'm carrying? If it feels heavy, it is not true compassion. It is the mind grasping at an idea of itself as a helper, forgetting the natural ease that comes from a clear, unburdened heart. So practice this today. Sit quietly for a moment. Feel the breath moving through you. Offer a simple phrase to yourself. May I be kind to myself in this moment. Feel the warmth that arises from this small, genuine intention. Now, as you move through your day, notice the moments when compassion feels effortless, perhaps a soft word to a colleague, a patient pause with a child, and notice the moments when it begins to feel like a chore. Do not judge these moments. Simply recognize them with the same gentle awareness you offer to yourself. This recognition is the wisdom that prevents compassion from becoming a strain. It is the quiet knowing that true kindness does not demand exhaustion. It thrives in the space of ease. This compassion naturally extends to all interactions. As the morning mist lifts from the garden, the pond reflects the sky with perfect stillness. A single raindrop falls, rippling the surface, yet the pond remains undisturbed at its center. This is how we might meet our emotions. They arrive like weather, wind, rain, sunshine, shifting the landscape of our inner world. Yet the deep stillness of awareness remains untouched. Right effort in compassionate action begins not with forcing change, but with simply seeing what is, without naming it good or bad, without clinging or pushing it away. When frustration arises on the commute, notice the tightness in the chest, the heat rising, not as bad or mine, but as a passing weather pattern moving through the clear space of attention. See it as rain on the pond, present, real, yet not the pond itself. This noticing happens before thought labels it. I am angry, or this is wrong. It happens in the space between the feeling and the story. We simply observe the arising, the present, the passing, like clouds moving across the vast sky. There is no need to chase the feeling away or hold it tightly. The space created by this non-judgment is where wisdom can arise. It is the space where we see clearly that the feeling is impermanent, that it has no fixed form, no permanent home within us. In that spacious awareness, right action naturally emerges, not the forced reaction of the ego, but the gentle, clear response that arises from the heart of stillness. We act with kindness because we see the situation clearly, not because we are trying to fix it or avoid discomfort. We offer a patient word because we feel the other's pain without being overwhelmed by it. The effort is not strenuous, it is effortless. Like the pond reflecting the rain without needing to do anything. This is the training of the mind, to rest in the clear awareness that is always present, beneath the surface of passing feelings. It is not about suppressing emotions, but about seeing them clearly as they come and go, like clouds in the sky. Try it now. As you feel a wave of emotion rise, pause, breathe. Notice the sensation without the story. Is it a tightness, a heat, a heaviness? Feel it as pure sensation, a weather event in the inner sky. Do not ask it to leave or stay. Just allow it to be what it is, for as long as it is here, without adding another layer of judgment. In this simple act of observation, the frantic effort to control or escape dissolves. What remains is a deep quiet, a spaciousness where compassion can truly flow. The frantic energy of "I must fix this now" settles into the calm of "I can see this clearly now." This awareness of emotions as impermanent weather, observed without judgment, is the very ground from which compassionate action blossoms. It is the gentle shift from being swept away by the storm to standing calmly within the storm, seeing the path forward with clarity. This awareness reveals effort in the context of impermanence. Imagine a river flowing steadily towards the sea. It never forces its path, yet it moves with unwavering purpose. This is the essence of right effort in the context of impermanence. We often mistake effort for struggle, for forcing things to be different than they are, clinging tightly to outcomes or resisting the natural flow of change. But true effort arises not from resistance, but from understanding that everything is in constant movement. The river doesn't fight the current, it simply flows within it, adapting to the rocks and the bends without loss of direction. This perspective liberates us. When we release the deep-seated need for things to stay the same, for our relationships to never shift, for our health to remain unchanged, for a situation to hold its current form, we step out of an exhausting cycle of striving. We stop pouring energy into a dam that cannot hold back the tide. Impermanence is not a problem to solve. It is the very ground of being, the natural rhythm of existence. Recognizing this, effort transforms. It becomes a gentle current, not a desperate push. It is the quiet ease of tending to the present moment, knowing that what we do now is part of the flow, not a battle against it. Consider a simple moment in a Zen tea ceremony. The monk moves with complete presence, pouring hot water over the leaves. There is no frantic energy, no worry about whether the tea will be perfect, no anxiety about the next step. The water flows, the leaves unfurl, the cup is filled. Each action is done with care, yet without attachment to a specific outcome. The monk does not strive to make the tea taste a certain way. He simply attends to the process, aware that the tea is changing. The water is hot. The leaves are releasing their essence. His effort is effortless because it is fully present within the natural unfolding. He is not fighting the impermanence of the leaves steeping. He is participating in it with kindness and wisdom. This is the shift we cultivate. In our daily lives, notice the moments when you feel the strain of effort. Perhaps you are trying to fix a relationship that is naturally changing, or holding on to a project that has already moved beyond its purpose. Feel the tightness in your shoulders, the mental chatter of "it should be different." That is the point where the river meets a rock, where we resist the current. Now, gently invite the river perspective. Acknowledge the impermanence of the situation. Breathe. Let go of the need for it to stay the same. Then, what remains? A simple, clear action, offered without the weight of expectation. It might be a kind word offered now, a task completed with presence, a moment of patience. The effort is light because it flows from understanding, not from fear. This is how compassion and wisdom work together. It is not about adding more effort, but releasing the unnecessary striving that blocks our natural capacity to care. We stop pushing against the stream and discover the ease of moving within it. The river does not tire, it simply continues. Our right effort, rooted in the understanding of impermanence, becomes a natural expression of care, free from the burden of control. This understanding completes our journey to natural right effort. Life changes like the seasons. bringing moments when our practice feels distant or difficult. We may find ourselves struggling against the current, pushing harder yet feeling less steady. This is where the teaching of patience as active engagement becomes our gentle guide. Patience is not passive waiting for things to change. It is the active presence of mind that meets each moment with openness. It is noticing the subtle tension when we rush, when we try to force the river to flow backward, and recognizing how that very impatience creates unnecessary effort. We see how wanting the practice to be different than it is, wanting the calm to arrive sooner, actually builds more friction within us. The effort to be calm becomes the very thing that prevents calm. Consider the simple act of making tea. The water boils, and we pour it slowly over the leaves. If we rush, pouring too quickly, the tea spills, the leaves are scattered, and we feel frustration. But when we pour with full attention, feeling the warmth of the pot, watching the leaves unfurl, we are not waiting for the tea to be ready. We are actively engaged in the process itself. The patience here is the mindful pouring, the acceptance of the water's natural heat, the gentle unfolding. It is not a passive holding of breath. It is the active, present care in each small motion. This is the small step approach. Transformation does not happen in grand leaps, but in the quiet consistency of one breath, one step, one mindful action taken now. Each small step, done with patience, builds the foundation without strain. We learn that the effort to transform is not about adding more force, but about refining our attention, noticing where we resist, and gently returning to the present moment, one small step at a time. So when you find yourself impatient with a difficult situation, with your own mind that seems to wander, or with the slow pace of change, pause. Notice the physical sensation of that impatience, perhaps a tightness in the chest, a quickening of the breath. Ask softly, is this extra effort serving me? Is it truly necessary? Or is it just the mind's habit of pushing against what is? Let go of the need to force the moment to be different. Instead, place your attention gently on the next small thing you can do with care, the next breath, the next word spoken with kindness, the next step taken with awareness. This is how we sustain right effort through life's inevitable shifts. It is not about the intensity of the effort, but the quality of the attention we bring to each small, ordinary moment. This patience allows us to observe the body's sensations in practice. As the gentle rhythm of breath continues, notice how patience deepens into a quiet presence. This is the natural ground from which we meet each moment without resistance. It flows from the understanding that effort, when rooted in this awareness, does not push against life's constant change, but moves with its current. Now, we turn our attention to the body itself, not as an object to fix, but as the very ground of our practice. Here, in the quiet space of physical sensation, we find a direct path to sustaining right effort through all life's shifts. The body scan is not a technique to master, but a gentle return to what is already here. It begins simply, a soft inquiry into the space where you sit or stand. Where is the breath most felt? Where does the weight of the day settle? Notice the subtle shifts without judgment, perhaps a tightness across the shoulders, a subtle clenching in the jaw, or a lightness in the chest. This is not about fixing anything. It is about recognizing that tension often mirrors our mental effort. When we strain to hold on to a thought, to control a situation, or to avoid discomfort, the body often bears the mark of that inner striving. A clenched fist, a hunched back, a held breath. These are not accidents, but signals of mental effort that has become unnecessary, that has turned against itself. Consider a Zen monk preparing tea in the morning mist. As he pours the water, his mind might drift to a difficult conversation from the day before. He notices the shoulders rising, the jaw tightening. Instead of forcing calm, he simply observes, here is the effort to hold on to that memory. He takes a slow breath, releasing the tension with the exhale, and returns to the sound of water, the warmth of the cup. The tea pours smoothly, not because he forced it, but because he released the unseen weight. This is how body awareness becomes the foundation of mental training. It reveals the unnecessary strain we carry, often without realizing it, and offers a way to let it go. So, as you sit now, bring this gentle inquiry to your own body. Feel the contact of your seat, the movement of your breath, the places where you might be holding on. Not to change them, but to see them clearly. Notice the difference between effort that serves you and effort that tightens you. When you feel a familiar tension perhaps around the eyes or in the hands, breathe into that space. Imagine the breath softening the edges, like water smoothing a stone. You are not fighting the sensation. You are releasing the effort to fight it. This is the heart of right effort, to see the strain, to soften it, and to move with the flow of the present moment, not against it. This embodied awareness completes the integration of mind and body. Imagine the quiet space between one breath and the next. That subtle pause where the mind settles before moving. This is the natural rhythm we return to when shifting from one activity to the next. In the flow of daily life, we often rush from task to task, carrying the weight of the previous moment into the next. We move from writing to answering an email, from the kitchen to the living room, without noticing the subtle friction building within us. This rushing creates mental tension, a subtle tightening in the shoulders, a scattered mind, a feeling of never quite arriving. It is effort without direction, a constant pulling that leaves us exhausted. Yet, the practice of mindful transition offers a simple, profound remedy. The practice begins not with grand gestures, but with the simplest ritual, 3 conscious breaths before you shift. Feel the weight of your feet on the floor as you finish one task. Notice the sensation of the cup in your hands, the sound of the pen resting on paper, the quiet hum of the room. Then, before moving, take 3 slow, deep breaths. Inhale, feeling the space open within you. Exhale, releasing the lingering grip of what has passed. This pause is not a stop. It is a gentle turning, a softening of the mind's edge. It creates a clear space between activities, a fertile ground where mindful effort can arise naturally. Consider the simple act of finishing your morning tea. You set the cup down, the warmth fading. Instead of immediately reaching for your phone, you pause. You take 3 breaths. You feel the cool air on your skin, the quiet in the room, the simple fact of being present here, now. Then, as you pick up your notebook to write, the movement feels different. It is not a frantic reaching, it is a grounded action, born from that space you created. The mental friction dissolves. The effort to begin is effortless because you have already settled into the present moment. This is how transitions become part of the practice, not interruptions to it. Observe how rushing creates mental friction. When we leap from one thing to the next without pausing, we carry the urgency of the last task into the new one. We might be writing a report while still mentally arguing a point from a meeting, or preparing a meal while worrying about a call. This fragmented attention creates a constant low-level strain, a feeling of being pulled in multiple directions at once. It is the opposite of ease, but with the 3 breaths, we release that carryover. We let the previous moment rest. We meet the new moment with fresh awareness, free from the residue of haste. The body relaxes. The mind settles. What was once a struggle to begin becomes a natural flow. This mindful pause is not about adding more to your day. It is about releasing the unnecessary weight we carry. It is the gentle act of saying, I am here now, and I will meet this next thing fully. It is the embodiment of right effort we discussed earlier, not striving, but meeting each moment with a soft, grounded attention. It is the space where true effort, the effort that aligns with the natural flow of life, can arise. When we practice this pause between tasks, we train our minds to be present, not just in formal meditation, but in the very fabric of our daily actions. We learn that effort is not about pushing harder, but about releasing the tension that blocks our natural ease. This mindful transition leads to effortless action in daily life. As we move through the day, notice how often effort feels like a struggle. We push, we grip, we tighten, believing that more force equals better results. Yet the Dharma reveals a deeper truth. True effort is not about pushing harder, but about releasing the unnecessary tension that blocks our natural flow. This is the paradox of effortless effort, doing without doing, acting with the ease of a river flowing around a stone rather than against it. It is not inaction, but the absence of strain. Observe the subtle signs when we are straining. A tightness in the shoulders as we work, a clenched jaw when we speak, or a restless mind racing ahead of the present moment. These physical and mental signals are not flaws to fix, but gentle teachers showing us where we are holding on too tightly. In the stillness of mindful awareness, we notice this tension not with judgment, but with soft curiosity. We don't force it to disappear, we simply allow it to be known. And in that knowing, it begins to soften, like a flower opening to the sun. The body and mind release their grip when met with gentle presence. Consider walking meditation as a living example. Stand softly, feet grounded, weight evenly distributed. Now, take a step. Notice the natural lift, the gentle shift of balance. Feel the subtle movement in your hips, the ease in your knees. Now, bring attention to your shoulders. Are they raised toward your ears? Are they stiff? Carrying the weight of the day. Soften them. Let them drop, relaxed, as if held by a warm, quiet breath. Walk without forcing the pace. Let each step arise from a place of calm awareness, not from the need to get somewhere faster. The walk becomes a meditation in motion, where effort is the natural unfolding of attention, not a battle against inertia. You are walking, yet there is no sense of striving. The movement is simply happening, effortlessly. This is the essence of right effort in daily life. When you reach for a cup of tea, notice if your fingers are tight or if your breath is shallow. When you speak, feel if your voice carries unnecessary force. When you sit to work, check if your posture is holding tension. The practice is not to become perfect, but to notice the strain and release it. One breath, one step, one moment at a time. It is not about adding more effort, but about removing the resistance that blocks the effort we already have. The mind, when free from strain, finds its own natural rhythm, moving with the flow of the present moment. As you carry this awareness into your next action, feel how the effort to do things well becomes lighter. You are not fighting to be present. You are simply being present, and in that being, everything flows. This natural flow reveals the essence of right effort. As we settle into the quiet space after our mindful pauses, the gentle rhythm of breath begins to reveal something deeper about our effort. True effort, we discover, is not about pushing harder or grasping more tightly. It is the natural flow that happens when we release the unnecessary tension we carry within ourselves. We often mistake striving for effort, but the teaching here is clear. Effort without attachment is effortless. It is the doing without doing paradox. where action arises spontaneously from a place of calm clarity, not from a desperate need to control or prove something. This is the heart of right effort, moving beyond the performance of effort itself. Notice how often our effort becomes a performance. We strain to be productive, to be the good person, to achieve a specific outcome. And in that striving, we become the audience watching ourselves. We become attached to the image of effort, not to the simple, clear action happening now. This attachment creates a tightness, a constant inner pressure that makes even small tasks feel heavy. It is not sustainable. It leads to exhaustion and a sense of separation from the present moment. The practice is to gently notice this performance beginning, when we feel the need to be seen as trying hard, when we judge our effort as insufficient. This noticing itself is the soft curiosity that loosens the grip. Consider the ancient story of the tea master. A student arrived eager to learn, expecting the master to pour tea with great force. Instead, the master poured slowly, steadily, until the cup overflowed. The student, startled, said, "Master, the cup is full." The master simply said, "Ah, so you were holding the cup full, not the tea." The student had been so focused on the act of pouring, on the performance of pouring well, that he had forgotten to let the cup receive the tea freely. He was holding the cup full of his own expectation, not allowing the natural flow of the tea. The master's effort was natural, without attachment to the pouring itself, simply meeting the cup as it was. This is the freedom we seek. So, as you move through your day, notice your effort in simple actions. When you speak, when you work, when you care for others, ask gently, is this effort flowing naturally, or am I performing it? Are you holding the cup full of your own expectation, or are you simply pouring the tea? When you notice the strain of performance, take one soft breath. Release the need to be seen doing it right. Let the action arise from the calm space you've cultivated through your mindful pauses. This is not passivity. It is the deep, sustainable energy that comes from non-attachment. It is the quiet strength that allows effort to be light, clear, and free from the weight of mine or not mine. This freedom allows us to balance action and stillness. Imagine the quiet space between breaths, where action and rest naturally meet. This is the heart of balanced effort we seek. It is not about pushing harder or resting less, but recognizing the natural rhythm within your own being. True practice flows like a river finding its path, neither forcing its way through rock nor becoming stagnant in a pool. We often mistake effort for constant striving, yet the deepest strength arises when we honor both the movement and the pause within our practice. Consider the ancient tea ceremony. A monk prepares matcha with unwavering focus, yet his hands move with the water's rhythm. He stirs the powder, waits for the steam to rise, then pauses as the water reaches the perfect temperature. This pause is not a break in effort. It is the essential moment where the water's energy aligns with the preparation. He does not rush, yet he does not slacken. He observes the natural timing, the heat, the steam, the moment when the water is ready to embrace the tea. His effort is not strained. It is the quiet, spontaneous response to what is happening right now. He acts when action is called for, rests when rest is the natural current. This is the yin-yang of effort, action and stillness, not as opposites, but as partners in a single, seamless flow. Notice your own rhythm in daily life. When you work, do you feel a steady, calm energy, or a tightness that pulls you forward? When you rest, is it a gentle release, or a sense of guilt for not doing more? Burnout often comes when we ignore the natural need for stillness, treating rest as a failure rather than a necessary part of the process. The mind, like the river, has a capacity to flow deeply only when it is allowed to pause. When we balance action with stillness, we prevent exhaustion not by reducing effort, but by aligning it with the natural capacity of the moment. This balance is not something we force. It emerges when we stop fighting the current and simply move with it. In your practice, let this be your gentle reminder. When you sit, feel the breath without clinging to it. When you walk, notice the ground beneath your feet without hurrying. When you feel the urge to push harder, pause and ask, is this action needed now? Or is a moment of quiet observation the wiser choice? Let the natural rhythm guide you. See how effort becomes effortless when it is not clinging to an outcome, but responding to the present moment with calm clarity. The strain dissolves, not because you stop trying, but because you stop fighting against the flow. This balance completes our journey to natural right effort.